Never in a million years would I have ever think that this movie would remind me so much of so many Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Get your ass to Mars.
The Space Between Us is directed by Peter Chelsom and it's written by Alan Loeb, starring Asa Butterfield, Britt Robertson, Carla Gugino, and Gary Oldman. This is about a space crew that goes to Mars on this very special mission to try and inhabit that planet to create life there so people on Earth can move there in the future. But the leader of this team is actually pregnant and this kid is born on Mars and he now wants to go to Earth because he meets a girl there. I gotta be honest, right from the get-go, as this movie started, apart from something we'll talk about later in this video, it was pretty damn interesting. I like this idea of them taking this crew to Mars, trying to inhabit the planet, and then this kid is born, and he is born on Mars. He's officially a Martian. The mother was pregnant as they were traveling to Mars, and so the movie initially deals with the repercussions of how people would deal with the situation, keeping the secrecy of the existence of this child, and thinking about how his life would be. I like how it deals with the consequences of these actions and the questions it implies. But pretty soon the movie forgets that to what is a somewhat serviceable love story that gets boggled down because of how many times it slaps you in the face with so many darn cliches. Every time this movie seemed to avoid narrative cliches that you've seen 100 billion times in bad romantic movies, the movie was like, nope, cliche route, here we go. The performances are overall fine. Serviceable. Asa Butterfield unfortunately is really going down on my consideration because the guy proved to be a great actor, a child actor in Hugo, and from then on he just made serviceable performances. This is one of the worst actually. Britt Robertson I'm a huge fan of. I loved her in Tomorrowland and I loved Tomorrowland itself. I loved her in Mr. Church and the movie was overall okay, but she deserves better than this. She's a very talented actress. Gary Oldman is a guy who can do anything. He can make the worst movie in the world watchable. In this, he is given the worst kind of material. He does nothing. The opening scene of this film, it seems like he is reading poetry at a poetry club, and it's all fine and dandy. That's beautiful. Poetry is amazing. But in the movie, it just doesn't go down well. If this movie does something right, is reminds you why you have Carla Gugino in movies. She is great in this film. There are some problems I have with the character itself, her relationship with Asa Butterfield's character, and what she ends up doing in this film. But her performance was the best damn thing about this film. There are excellent moments of photography that are boggled down with unfortunate bad CGI, but seriously, really bad, even for TV standards CGI. I mean ABC television standards. And let's get right down to the thing that boggles this movie down the most. The script, and how it structures the story, and the dialogue. Let's talk about the story structure. This movie, as I said, starts out very interesting, honestly. It was all just fine, but it was very interesting in what it was trying to do. And then it becomes this sappy, cheesy as hell, predictable, cliched love story that you've seen a million times in Twilight, in The Host, in Divergent, in every bad romantic movie. Take away the love triangle, it's that kind of love story. Their chemistry is practically dead and their love is completely unbelievable. You don't believe these characters are in love from 1 second, and maybe that's why they felt the necessity for such bad dialogue. Seriously, the dialogue in this film is laughably bad. I had a great time laughing at this movie, but it was so damn bad. There are so many bad moments and so nonsensical character decisions. The world building in this is atrocious as well. This mission to Mars apparently started out in 2002 because the present day of this movie, as Gardner is a teenager and Tulsa is a teenager, it's set in 2018, and there is technology that won't even come in the next 10 years, and this is set in 2018, and also that East Texas location in Mars was apparently already built. No explanation to that whatsoever, doesn't matter, just go with it. That's what the movie asks, but that's the structure of the story. It's so damn bad. I could make an entire spoilers review for this film that will last about an hour if not more, talking about the plot holes in this film. They are major holes the size of the Grand Canyon. You wouldn't even believe. And as I said in the intro, this film has so many lines that make me think about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. This kid comes to Earth and he's apparently dying, so he has to go back to Mars. You need to get your ass back to Mars. And then there are so many times that they have to get on choppers, and when they tell people to get out, there's so many inconsistencies with this film. As soon as he comes to Earth, they put some shades on him, and he has to wear them because the sun is too strong. Alright, that's fine and dandy, but then he inconsistently wears them and not wears them. He wears them when he doesn't need to, and he doesn't wear them when he needs to. Britt Roberts' character is so annoying. I don't like her character at all. There's some explanation to the world that surrounds her, but not herself. Her character makes some very, very bad and poor decisions, and the way money and technology and just everything work in this film, it's absolutely incomprehensible. The script is just so bad. There is apparently one person who wrote the script, and then some 4 people came in to add story material, and this story material completely ruins the structure of the film. I will tell you again, the plot holes in this film are so fucking dense. They are so immensely huge. You cannot friggin' deny them. And the dialogue, holy shit, the dialogue between Asa Butterfield and Britt Robertson is some of the most cringy-worthy material I have ever heard. They cannot make it good. No actor in this world can make it good. Daniel Day-Lewis couldn't make the dialogue in this film hearable. Is that a word? Well, I just made it a word. Even for this kind of character, who should be weird because he's getting accustomed to relating to people on Earth, a place he has never been before. He doesn't know anything about relating to people, about talking to people. He's just weird. Fine. But even for a guy who came from Mars, he does some pretty stupid shit. There is one incredibly hilarious scene where these 2 characters are camping. I'll just say that. And when Asa Butterfield wants to try and get into the tent of Britt Robertson, wow, that was something. The space between us has some promise, as some interesting questions raised in its initial moments. The characters are nonsensical. They are smart on one scene and then they are stupid on the next according to what the plot wants them to be. As you are watching the movie and you are expecting them to, well, at least they're not going the cliché route, the movie completely changes lane and goes into the cliché route. Doesn't matter how good it might look on some moments, doesn't matter how much promise it might have in the beginning, the dialogue, the structure, the characters, the world building, everything is so friggin' bad and lazy in this film. By the end, the space between us will absolutely make you feel like Clark Gable. What did you think of the space between us, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? What is your favorite Asa Butterfield or Gary Oldman or Carla Gugino or Britt Robertson film? Let me know that in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the like button and give me the thumbs up and share this review with all your movie-loving friends. And I am still trying to get to 700 subscribers by March 7th. We have 1 week. Let's make this dream come true for my birthday, my beautiful geekies. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the freaking best. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Stay beautiful, stay geeky, and click subscribe and the bell if you haven't done so yet, so we can be geeky united!